Hello and welcome back to my Let's Play of Coffee Talk. This is part 8. Let's go ahead and get started right away. Still love this music, man. It's so relaxing. Anyways, Tuesday, September 29th. Alright, what do we got? Who vows to stop major hospitals selling Fury sedatives illegally? Okay. Hey, it's these boys. Okay. Hyde. He really never changed. I know. But it was a bit but it was a surprisingly nice idea. Already out of the gate, Flubbin. Catching up with people from back then. Thank you for forcing me to do it. Don't mention it. Hey, Rhino. I'd like to order again. The usual. Back to the experiment. Yes. I think the last one was the remedy. But there's no harm in checking some other combinations. Alright. You know what to do. So that was tea, milk, and ginger. If I'm not mistaken. Let me just double check. So I don't know if he wants me to change it or if he wants me to just to do the sort of same thing Gala had. What do we got? We got tea, milk, and ginger. Yeah. So, sure. Let's do it again. I can't really add any other combinations. It's just 3. So, try this. Thank you. Just what I needed. What about you, Mr. Hyde? Would you like to order something else? I'm good for now. I couldn't help but overhearing you both. My voice is dry right now. It sounds like, yeah, I can't do the barista voice. It sounds like you two go way back. We do, I guess. He was my bodyguard. Oh. Didn't you meet him? Didn't you meet here? Yeah, when this was a bar. What happened exactly? He was getting his ass kicked by a couple of dwarves. Oh, those 2 bastards. It wasn't a pretty sight, so I intervened. Aren't vampires supposed to be, tough? Just because I'm a vampire doesn't mean I know kung fu. Besides, I had a couple of drinks, and I could have taken them both if I was sober. A couple, really? You were trashed, Hyde. You told them I was your bodyguard. Wait. Were you not his bodyguard? Not at the time. We didn't even know each other. But because of the whole fiasco, we both got kicked out. Oh, we got an achievement. Anyways. And this wasted vampire stuck to me. Like, to the blanket. Obviously, he was too drunk to drive, so I hailed a cab. Turns out he was also too drunk to tell the driver where he lived. And I guess I was stuck with him until the morning. Ha ha ha! Thanks for not leaving me on the street, Gala. Those dwarves would have killed me. Who were they? I'm not going to confirm or deny anything, but it's possible that they had ties to the mafia. And I might have lost some of their money on the stock market. A lot of their money. Yikes. They wanted me to launder dirty money. So I decided to screw them over instead. Yeah, I overheard what they were talking about before the fight started. I knew Hyde was innocent, but that's why I helped him. He might be an annoying asshole, but he's not the thief. What a stroke of luck. The universe was sending me a guardian angel in my time of need. So the next morning I offered him a job as my bodyguard for real. After all the trouble you caused me that night and the night before. Ay, ay, ay. Hey, I took you to breakfast. And don't tell me that count for nothing. I'd have to say it wasn't my proudest moment. I was broke and breakfast was an offer I couldn't refuse. So it was the late 60s, mind you. It wasn't easy to find a job, especially for people like me. Werewolves. War veterans. Ah, I see. So how did you go on from working as a bodyguard? How did you go on as working as a bodyguard to working in a hospital, Gala? Well, he was working with me, I noticed. Well, when he was working with me, I noticed. I'd prefer we skip that part. I'm sorry, but I don't want to go into any details about it. It's alright. Forgive me for asking. I don't mind telling you the quick and dirty version. Long story short, he helped me with something. Let's just say, something from my past. And thanks to that help, I found a new purpose in life. Helping others, helping other people live. And of course, it's not easy for a veteran. It's not easy for a veteran werewolf to become a nurse or a doctor. That's why I chose the hospital admin instead. So you can say I owe this guy my life. Thanks to his stubborn persistence in helping him when I needed it. Let me try that again. My apologies for that. Goodness. And thanks to his stubborn persistence in helping me when I needed it. Thank you for sharing your story with me. I didn't expect such a tale from you. I know. Anyway, Rhino, I'd like to order something now. What would you like? Can you make a tea-based drink that it's warm and cool at the same time? Warm and cool. So it's tea. Well, okay, so tea, I'm assuming milk. Milk? No, wait, I clicked cinnamon. How about tea, milk? Sure. So that's both cool and sweet. Let's just draw a little... Alright, let's just draw whoops, kinda goofed it there. Alright, let's I hope this doesn't count as, you know, a horrible stereotype for vampire kind, but let's just serve it. Both of the stats both look cool and warm. Here's your order. Exactly what I needed. By the way, it feels like this place is missing something today. Yeah, I haven't seen her today. Speak of the devil. Speak of the devil. Hello, good people. And one vampire. It's good to see you too. Freya. By the way, we were talking about you. Oh, really? What about me? I was surprised that you weren't here. Is that how you pick up on girls young enough to be your granddaughter? That won't work on me. I have no interest in flirting with you. I've got high standards, you know. You look tired, Freya. Hard day at work. Oh, you could tell. Call it werewolf senses. Right. I showed Rhino my draft, and I actually got some good feedback. That's good to hear. Glad I could help. So I spent the whole day rewriting stuff. And I also did some stories for the paper. Excuse me. Every time I read out loud, apparently I have to burp. And it is always when I'm recording a voiceover or speaking on a stream or something along those lines. But anyways, all excuses aside, let's get back to the game. Freya. Overall, it was a good day. That's good to hear. But please don't forget to take a break. It's easy to get carried away by work when you're on a roll, with work when you're on a roll. Will do, sir. Speaking of hospitals, how's your hospital admitting life going? That's not even a word, Freya. Actually, I'm not even sure what you even do there. It's pretty boring to talk about, but mostly I handle operational stuff happening in the hospital. And there goes one of the dogs. Things like how much specialists cost and how much it affects our income. I also deal with patients and their families. If they require intensive care, such as operations, I'll go through what we do and how much it would cost to them. Kind of sounds like a biz dev for people's lives then. You could say that. Damn, that sounds complicated and hard. That's why I'm suited for my job. Someone who is very emotionally attached to patients would find this job pretty rough. Whereas heartless people, like my friend here, only see it from a business perspective. Good point. How do people rarely talk about your kind of job? Why do people rarely talk about your kind of job? I guess most people don't really notice we exist, or think about it don't think about the necessity of it. Exactly, that's an interesting job, yet no one talks about it. Maybe it's because most admins are just like me. We rarely talk about work outside the hospital. Why? For me, I don't really find any reason to. It's the patient's personal lives anyway. Such professionalism and loyalty. You should keep a hold of that mindset, especially in front of this lady here. He needs to be a bit less loyal, though. Hyde. You've been doing this job for a while, right? Almost 50 years now. Whoa, I didn't know that. Wait, 50 years in the same position? Mm-hmm. Holy. Ask for a promotion, man. They keep offering me new positions. Mostly management. How's about that? I can't say that word. Manager role. There you go. Take it. Not interested. Same here, dude. Why? It's because it's not something I want. Besides, I've told you before, I fit perfectly in this position. But the salary must be better if you take the promotion, right? Of course. But what I get at the moment is more than enough for me right now. I still get raises while I'm doing this job. I really can't figure you out. That's Gala for you. Anyway, my shift's starting soon. It was nice catching up with the both of you. Are you gonna stay, Hyde? Yeah, I'm still enjoying the vibes here. I'll see you in a few weeks, I guess. Yep. Safe trip. See you around, Rhino. And you, Freya. See ya. Take care on your way. You know, this is kind of hard to believe. Someone like Gala would be your best friend. We were just talking about... we were just talking about that before you arrived. Oh, really? Man, I miss an interesting story. So how did you guys meet? Seriously, do I have to retell this story? Yes. Come on, you're not going anywhere, right? Alright then. We met in this place back when it was a bar. Whoa! I never knew Gala used to be in the army. I mean, he's got the build to be in the front, to be on the front line. Still, why would he make the jump from, how should I say this, a very physical job to medic? Well, he's not comfortable talking about it right now. But you know why, right? Are you trying to squeeze the story out of me? Obviously. I don't want to talk about it. That's him. That's him, not you. Seriously, Freya. Come on. I won't go into details, but going to war, it messes with your head. Oh. You see why Gala doesn't want to talk about it, huh? I don't get it, but it must be difficult, especially back then. The only thing he's confident in was his strength. So he only did work that relied on his muscle. That wouldn't help him get over his trauma, though, right? Of course not. But it was the only thing that he could do. Or at least the only thing he thought he could do. But you hired him for his muscle. Hey, I don't know about all that. I didn't know about all that at the time. Besides, he's good at being a bodyguard. And we weren't that close yet. So, no personal feelings. I needed his strength. But when I got interested in him... Interested? I think he's a cool person, that's all. And after a few months, I noticed his problem. I suggested he talk about it with someone, seek help, which he refused. No surprises there. But I kind of pushed him into it. Hell, it's complicated. Eventually, he did go get professional help. But of course, I had no idea what happened in his therapy sessions. But in the end, he found a new purpose in his life. He quit working for me. And not long after that, he started working at the hospital. And he's been Hey, it's this guy. Good evening, everyone. Oh boy. Good evening. Sorry, it's me. Good evening. It's nice to see you again. We are also glad to see you, Barista. By the way, we did not count your name the last time we visited. It's only you. That's me. Oh, goodness. As you can tell, doing these after another's, it's not going well for me today. By the way, I didn't catch your name the last time you visited. Do you have a name? Name? Sure we have. On Earth, please call us. On Earth, please call us Neil. Neil. Yes, Neil. Is that your real name? Oh, of course not. Due to the nature of our communication, we do not really need trivial things like names to interact. But from what we have learned here, it seemed like the name Neil had a lot of association with Earthling's efforts in intergalactic exploration. Ah, I get what you mean. So I believe we did not meet here the last time, I believe we did not meet here the last time we were here. I saw you from afar when you left the coffee shop a few days ago. So, hello, my name is Freya. You could say I'm a regular here. And you, sir? Hyde. Do you come here often? For someone who doesn't live in Seattle, yes. Or yeah. Oh, you're not from around here. Neither are we. Where do you come from? Far away. By the way, you mean a few thousand miles or more? More. Much more. More to the point that your strange calculation system means nothing. That sounds far away indeed. What are you doing here in Seattle? And do all your kind dress like that? Oh, this? We chose this appearance based on an image we saw when we first arrived. Image? Ah, Army Gengerude album. I'm probably butchering that, sorry. No wonder why you look familiar. As for what we are doing, this place is this place is really the perfect spot to practice our communication skills with Earthlings. But before that, please let us order something from the barista. What would you like to drink tonight? The usual. That's how you say it, yes? Yes. So, anything. Yes, we won't be able to taste the difference anyway. You really can't taste anything. Yes. What if I brew what if I can brew something that would make you feel something? Interesting premise, but we do not need to be able but we doubt you'll be able to do that. Challenge accepted. Please surprise us. What combination would get this spaceman happy? Everyone likes, well, most people like chocolate. How's about chocolate, mint, and cinnamon? That sounds pretty brutal. Let's go ahead and give it a shot. I don't think there's anything special, to my knowledge, that mint chocolate, mint cinnamon chocolate. Sure, that sounds like something a spaceman would have. A cup of anything is ready for you. Thank you. What the? Interesting. What are you doing? Drinking. That's how they drink. Oh boy. You are one interesting person. Thank you. That was a compliment, yes? Normally, yes. But you can't be sure with Freya. That definitely was the highest form of compliment. What are you, Neil? Us? We are travelers, doing our job in the space you call the Milky Way. What kind of job? We are tasked with the mission to spread our seeds. You really are here to find a date? All the way from a galaxy far, far away? Wow. It turns out pervs exist everywhere in the universe. Ha 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 ha. Feeling attacked, old man? Not really. But you have a valid point. We do not understand. But we are glad if we can make you laugh. Oh, the pleasure was mine. If I may ask, why do you have to breed with us? We are sorry, but that's classified information. Oh, man. Well, how's the mission going so far? We cannot say it's going well. I'm not surprised. With how quirky and unique you are, not many women can handle that. Can you handle them, though? Me? I don't know. What do you think? You're a pretty adventurous girl. It wouldn't be surprised if you decided to go on with a date. Or maybe go further. If it got you a good story. Oh, you're not offended by that? Not in the slightest. You're wrong, though. I'd go on a date with them. But I don't like to sleep around. Really? To be honest, I didn't expect that. Yeah, I get that a lot. People often mistake me for someone who gets around a lot. Excuse me, miss. From what we gather, does that not mean you're willing to breed with us in exchange for our stories? Well, no wonder your mission isn't going well. I don't mind going out with you for a drink or dinner in exchange for stories, but I'd only sleep with someone I'm serious about. But our mission is serious. It's not that. You either have to be my boyfriend or husband if you want to sleep with me. We have heard of those terms before. Let us check them once again. This is very strange. According to what we have found, many Earthlings mate with one person exclusively for their entire lives. Yes, that's called commitment. Such a strange concept. Then why, with such rules, do you still face overpopulation problems? Now that you mentioned it, we don't have enough control of ourselves. And those in charge of us don't really have enough control of us. Not to mention, some races live for a very long time. So, even though there are rules about having kids, they can be strictly enforced. A lot of people still break them. We know, Earthlings boast about the concept of free will. But we thought your kind also loved the concept of restraint and taking care of the planet. At least that's what we've gathered from your information network. Theoretically, that should be the case. But Earthlings are stupid. That's the easiest way to put it. We have learned so much today. But we have another question for Miss Freya. Ask away. How can we become your husband? That's both for me and her. First of all, I would suggest by going step by step. Most of the time, when you start by dating, boyfriends or girlfriends, you know, before you talk about marriage. Oh, okay. So, how can we become your boyfriend? You could start by asking her whether she has an actual, you could start by asking her whether she's actually single. Understood. So, Miss Freya, are you single? Yes, I'm single. Do you want to be our girlfriend? Now, the path of searching for a date varies between people, but usually it takes some time before you want to commit yourself to someone. Wow. The breeding process on Earth is surely extremely complicated. It can be easier if you're a smooth talker. Smooth talker? Someone who's good at communicating with others. That would be really challenging for us. Even after all that, making kids is still in a totally different league. Most women prefer if their male partners wear condoms. Condoms? It's something you wear to prevent pregnancy. Why would you do I'm smiling. Why would you do the mating ritual if you do not want to have an offspring? Pleasure. All this information is too much to process in one evening. So we talked about using condoms, but how does your kind have sex? Like, seeing you how you drink? A condom might be something you can't use at all. That's true. How do you do it? We are pretty flexible with that. But we can tell we cannot tell you the details unless we agree on the mating ritual. I don't want to imagine how it's done. Oh, you don't need to worry. We will not hurt anyone physically or mentally. Yeah, I'm not sure about that. Especially the mental part. We did our research. And we tried it on and we tried it on the testing subject we made. It was proven. The mental capacity of Earthlings is far more complicated than anything else on Earth, sir. Oh, we did not know that. Being born on Earth sounds very difficult. It is. I'll have to agree with that. Anyways, thank you so much for the information you have given us tonight. It means a lot for our mission. We have to report our findings to the base. How will you proceed with your mission with this newfound information? We are not sure yet. It is yet to be discussed after all. It is very nice talking with you all. You're welcome. We are off now. Bye. Take care on your way, sir. Wow, that was this is a very cheeky episode, right? Okay. That was something. Indeed. You said the first time they came here was for a date, right? Yeah, their date never came. And then they mistook Miss Myrtle for their date. The game developer Orc? Wow, I dread to think now on how that went. It was pretty awkward. But you can't be angry with such... But you can't be angry at such... Naive? For being naive, there you go. I guess so. By the way, has that young man been back since we spoke? Has the young woman been back since we spoke with her the last time? You mean Miss Lua? Yeah, her. Oh, showing some concern now, are you? Just curious. No, I haven't seen her since then. But her boyfriend did come a few days ago, right? And Miss Freya was being pretty nosy, to the point that Mr. Gala joined the discussion. My. You really have a knack for starting trouble. Sadly, I have to agree with that. It is not easy to make Gala join a random conversation, unless it really plagues his interest, or annoys him. I don't know how to react to that. Well, I need to catch a flight to Seoul tomorrow, so I'm off for the day. Oh, you're leaving Seattle so soon? It's only for a week or so. I'll be back here sooner than you know. Oh well, it'll be a peaceful week then. Anyway, I need to get going as well. Thank you for letting me stay without ordering anything. You didn't even notice that. I didn't even notice that. You really don't care about business. She didn't order anything because she did interact with people. She didn't order anything, but she did interact with people to the coffee shop. That's one way to put it. Anyway, Freya, do you want to share a cab? Thanks, but I'm riding my bike. Alright then, see you around. Take care on your way, folks. Wow, that was a pretty meaty episode for part 8, I believe. So, it wouldn't be wise for me to record another episode after this one, but maybe I might. It is a really fun game. I really enjoyed, so we'll see. Maybe I'll record episode 9 right after. Problem is my throat's a little bit dry, and I'm also starting to slur and not read words properly. But again, it's not something that I do often, but this is really good practice, so we'll see. But again, if you made it this far with me either adding words or not saying words correctly, thank you so much. And again, this is all just for fun. It's not something that um, I'm expecting high praise, right? But anyways, thank you for tuning into part, I believe this is 8. And yeah, have a good one. Good night.